All right. I am now live on my channel. Yeah, I haven't gone live since they changed like the way YouTube works. I just used to use Restream, or not Restream. Yeah, I used to use Restream, but OBS, and just had it set to my channels thing. But now it looks like you have to like set it up and then click go live, and you can preview your stream and stuff. It's kind of nice. So I just want to hear the audio. So I'm going to, oh, I don't care. You guys can hear it too. It's going to be a little bit of a reverb for a second because I can't, channels. Set it up and then click go live. Yeah, that sounds good. Hopefully it doesn't keep playing. I will keep going. So here's this is a box it comes in. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go for it. So this is a newer-ish version that has the removable build plate, which is weird because it has no branding on it, which makes me nervous. Ow! Sorry, my headphones got stuck. Then pulled out. Crazy. Because the original Ender one looks like this, and as you can see, this one does not. It's the same or very similar material. I kind of like this because then when I'd have a camera, it would always like have a hard time focusing, and it would drive me nuts. So this was not as, and I also don't use it. I have a flexible build plate on mine currently, so I didn't have problems with it though. So I don't know that I'm gonna not. I don't know if I'm gonna switch this one. So this is your control board. I'm just gonna throw it out. They put some branding on it. That's still upside down? Confused. Does that look upside down to you guys? Oh, it is upside down because I flipped it over. So now it writes it up for me. Alright. So that can go over here for now. So then this is your extruder and X gantry motor with the Z end stops and stuff. So then this is gonna go on. Alright, so then in here you have your aluminum extrusions. This is like the top and this side. I don't really know. Oh, there are two. Oh, holy cow. This one's the longer one's the X gantry. It's so much more apart than the other one was. Alright, so trying to lift this out. So here's your extruder is just kind of like floating in there. Oh, it came with a sock? That's kind of cool. My other ones did not. They came with just like some like fiberglass tape around it. It doesn't change the tube. The Bowden tube is still the same. Then, all right, I think I can just pull this out. This is kind of awkward. Ow! 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 I'm gonna set this over to the side for a second. Oh, I'll take the rest of the stuff out of here. Okay, so there's layer one. So, sorry about that. ASMR. Or something like that. So, these are XT connectors. I think that they're properly soldered. Let me get that off. It looks soldered to me. I have extra ones if I break it, I guess. Oh well. I'm gonna just assume that that's properly soldered because it looked like it from the inside. You have your scraper to get stuff off your build plate, and then all of your tools. So you have your, all your tool, everything to assemble it here. Oh, these ones are rounded too. Maybe I got them on my last one. I don't know, it's hard to say because they don't change the iteration of it. They just give you new components, and they don't change it like Ender 3.0. I think it's just so that they don't end up not selling some old stuff. This is for your X gantry, or my X gantry. This is mine. This is the amount of filament they give you. They do include retention clips now for your Bowden tube, whatever the heck that thing is, and then your card reader and your Z end stop and your X tension, or your X tension. All right, so then this is your vertical mounts, and then be careful, there is inside of here your Z rod. There's only one on this model. It's not. I don't know if I'll ever do that. I don't seem like I have a lot of problem with it. So your power cable, then your so this is for your things. I can't talk now. Then your Z motor, and I think that's it. Okay, so that's for your filament holder. All right, so let's get started. I saw it was like the first thing I took out, but I can't find it. So this is SandSmart or SandSmart. Oh, so it's not a bad booklet. So it kind of goes through your packing lists, all your items. Then step 1, locate 4 pieces of stuff. Alright, I'm gonna unpack some of this stuff just so that I have it ready. So, Luke Hatfield, I know I mentioned him in my last video, he made a guide for troubleshooting and essentially setting up an Ender 3. There's a lot of good stuff out there on the forums and on Thingiverse to like print additional stuff. My conclusion is basically, if it's the first time you're doing it, if you've never had a 3D printer before, it's fun to print all that stuff. But the more I used it, the less I felt like that stuff did anything. So I just ended up stopping and like just took all of the stuff off. I did print so there are 2 major flaws. I feel like the stock extruder cooling system is way too bulky, so when you're trying to watch your print, you can't see it, and then where the filament goes into the machine, it will, if you leave your filament up there, it'll like grind into it, so you kind of just want to avoid like that situation. And then the third thing is, if you have your case in the front, I moved it in the back, but the filament can go right down inside of, so when it first starts a print, here, this one. So when you first start a print, the filament extruder is over this point, and then when it picks it off, it chops it, and then filament will fall into here. They fixed it on Ender 3 Pro, but it's still kind of an issue with this, and they have like little hood scoops that you can put on here and kind of make it look nice. I guess there are like 3 or 4 things, but I also like having, so what I've noticed off the bat is the wire for the power is not nearly as soft as my original one. I don't remember what else I was gonna say. Well, yeah. So I guess I'll just get started. So I'm needing to locate all of my stuff. All right. So first step is going to be to secure the Y or the Z rod location. So left and right. So left, this one's the right one because it's got the 2 holes. The left one. Then the top, and this is the bottom of the left one because it's got the extra holes in there too. This is how they're going to go. And I need to get 4 pieces of M by 45. I guess I'll open up all this stuff. I don't need the scissors anymore. I do think I'm going to put the spool holders, my like 5th pair of these things, but you never have too many. So you got the end caps, you have bolts, you have the tools, you have your Z rod thing, your needle for cleaning out the nozzle with the acupuncture needle, some really long screws, which I think are the ones that I need. They're labeled all on the fronts of them, so you can kind of see, well, you guys can't see that, but on the front of the package, I'll say like what they are, if it focuses. So you see M4 by 40, M5 by 45, and that is exactly what I need. Cool. So I will use those ones. This goes with this. I'm going to leave these out just so I can kind of be aware of them. Some extra, well, maybe not extra. Some peanuts. Alright, so don't need this. Right. So right now I'm putting these together. So there are 6 of them. Alright, so not gonna put it together super firm right yet. Alright, so this is the front. Oh, okay, this is the front. I don't love how this is like connected, but I guess it's really long, so after doing the other one just a minute ago, this one feels so light in comparison. So I also want to level this one by undoing these 2 screws, and then I'm not going to tighten these all the way down because I want to let it kind of level itself out once I run the Z carriage up and down. I did not do that with the one behind me, but it seemed to be okay as far as print quality and stuff. I've definitely been playing around with that for about a year, and it's pretty dialed in at this point. Third hand, as somebody would say. Alright, I'm gonna get the so I like to like jiggle it a little bit to make sure that everything is seating correctly and you're not stuck on anything. But just leave them a little bit loose, like get them snug and then back them out like a full turn. Alright, that's good enough for now. Do the other side now. Is there a front and back to this? Like it. So I was gonna do a zoomed in one. See, but bye-bye. Oh, yeah, that's where the motor goes. Or I am curious as to what board it is. I don't know. What the? I'm assuming it's the 5, but not the 15. Well, maybe not. I have no idea. I'd like to find out. Maybe I will for the end of this. Alright, so those are on. Alright, next step is to attach those front. Step 2. Find 2 pieces of M5 by M5 by these button head screws. No. M5 by 8. So I need 2 of these to put. Why would you put that on right now? That seems like a bad time to put that on. Alright, whatever. It just wants me to put on the front screen. You would think that that would be like the very last thing you do, but maybe not. Gonna follow directions because lambs we all are. Nope. So, like that. First of all, I don't like this cable being all rainbow colored. I think you have to put it in expansion. The expansion 3 is behind the thing. So, you can't really tell from that one, but the color on that one is like old school ribbon cables, not like anybody knows what the hell those look like anymore, but it's just gray with a red stripe to indicate like probably ground. I have no idea. But this one's all rainbow colored, so it's not as I mean, maybe that's what you're into, then that's fine. I guess I don't really care. You can't hardly see it. And I'm gonna get the clips to like kind of attach it to it. I may print another setup like that one because I use a Raspberry Pi to control it, so I use Octoprint because it's just way easier to just control it from my bedroom, not my bed, computer room, and then come down here and watch the first layer and then go back up. So it's not too bad. I wonder if this isn't even. I bet you this isn't even in Air 3. I bet you this is just their version of it. Knockoff completely. Like they didn't. I guess maybe they got the board. So I'm gonna probably open up this, check the board to make sure it's an actual in Air 3. I guess I don't care. But alright, so that's done. Now I need to put on the power supply. And that uses the first, take the power supply, and as many of you may know, oh, not this. It's set to 230, so you need to make sure and set it for American standards for the 115. So that is done. Now you locate the 2 bolts on this side, make sure that the thing goes over there, and set it down. I'm actually going to take all these clips off. I guess I could move this forward, but I'm going to take this off for now. Remove this. Alright, so now I'm looking for 2 4 by, I think for them, 4 by 18. Oh, 4 by 20. Oh, here they are. 3 of them. I think they gave you a couple extra just in case. And or I'm going to need them later. They go in here, here, and then in here. you can snug these up because they're not holding anything. I like to only snug things up with the small end of the Allen keys because I tend to like strip things out, especially when it's going into aluminum. All right, step 2 complete. Step 3. So you're gonna take your Z end stop somewhere. So take your Z end stop, and it already has stuff in it. So they're showing you the direction in here, so you have to like make sure they line up. So as I said in the last video, ooh, these are already tightened down too, so you have to make sure they're loose. But I have so they want you to put them in that way, so they tighten them down so that you can just slide it in, and then that way you can loosen it to get it to twist. Meaning getting like these things to twist, the T-nut or the slot nut. So what I've noticed is this little nub just goes straight to the bottom, and that's essentially where your thing is. But I'm gonna just put them on a little bit high, loosen it, get it in there, and just get it in there loose because I still haven't tightened it all down yet. These ones turned a lot easier. I don't know what it's gonna. Some people clip this thing off so that their bed can go all the way down. They can move so that they can adjust their C-stop where they want it to be. I don't find that is necessary, so I just kind of let it do its own thing and then adjust the springs as I need. I do have extra springs I'm probably going to put on this. I probably will do that relatively soon so that I don't have to. So that I don't have to do it later. Alright, nope, I'm doing it later. Alright, so now we have all of this done. So we got that one, there's no that. Step 4 is to... Oh, I skipped a step. Oh no, I didn't. So it is to put on your Z stepper motor. They have it still in this thing though, it looks like. It's gross, so leave it in that. So it doesn't go all the way down. I thought it did. It does. These are... Wait. I'm gonna loosen those. Those have quite a bit of wiggle, so I'm gonna get the bolts to bolt it in and then tighten it down. So you need the flat head 4x18 for those big ones I grabbed earlier. Yep. Not the right. Also not the right. You would think they would just have like maybe 2 instead of 4. I literally have to use all 4 of them. I don't know what the screwdriver's for. I've never used that. Except for to like push the T-nuts. Right. That one in. Because these ones will go wherever they need to go. I feel like tighten it down later. All right, so I'm not gonna put this on yet. Okay, so now we're setting up the X carriage. Alright, so I need the B1, which is the one with 3 holes in it. So this is just the top one. Oh. I don't know if I have enough. Oh, alright. Go. Got me. Boom. Alright, so then this one's going to go together and then you slide it down. So I'm going to set the top off to the side for now. Now we're looking at the top of this. So we want this side. So there's cutouts for the bolts that are already on the gantry. So this button head, all it is, 4 by 12. They also have these lock washers on them. I don't love lock washers. I don't know why. I'm gonna put them on just because it tells me to, but they don't do anything. If anything, they make it worse. But I'm just worried that there might be a clearance issue. I'm just gonna put them all on right now. Grab them as I need. So, oh. Alright, so now I need 2 of them, but I'm grabbing, so I'm going to put this thing on there. So basically this slides across here somehow. What? Oh no, this slides on the top. Oh my goodness. I'm so confused. This actually just gets bolted to it. Right. Alright, so... What? This is the extruder. It's going to go like this. Then need this to go here? Here? Oh yeah. That right. That's right. Okay, so that button head screw, or that hole in here, goes over this button head screw, and it goes on like this, because there's going to be a belt that runs in here. So that's that. Alright, so you have to screw it in from the back. So this is like extreme tight quarters. These don't seem right. So long. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Alright, so I think it was this one? Nope. This one. Alright, I don't know. It's very easily. Nope, it was that one. Again, be very careful. Aluminum rips very easily. So what you want to do is back it out until you feel it like catch, like it'll drop into the right thing, and then screw it in. It's kind of like plastic in that respect. You got to be very, very respectful of it. So these can move a little bit. They be careful and take them down. Alright, so now there's that half. Now I have to slide on. So this goes like this. This goes on here. Oh, fine. This. Alright, and then this piece goes on here. Alrighty. So then that goes on with the two. Love all that is. Alright, so now that's in there. Okay, so the next page. That's a dumb time to put. Maybe not though. I guess I can't. I'll just do it in the order that they say. That was in here. So basically, they want you to put your belt on and tension it off the machine, which I think is fine. I think it's going to be harder to do it that way, but all right. So it's going to run. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Good. So smooth feeling. Almost like the perfect amount of tension. A little bit less than it, a little bit more. Alright, so this goes on like this, and again, you're going to put them so that they slide in there, but you don't have to do it that way. You can just put them in there. I feel like these ones probably should have been just a standard T-nut, not these ones. They're supposed to spin side of it. because you can slide them in pretty easily. Right. I also am not an engineer. This, slide this in here. Slide the other one in. The other one in. This is as easy as I thought. Oh. Oh, whatever. This one. Oh. Alright, so now you put the belt on, and the belt tensions through that, the bottom, so you have to kind of make sure it's the right, so the ribs go down and they go underneath these wheels. In this thing. So they're going to stay in this channel, then they kind of wrap around, so then it goes inside of that. So then it's going to wrap around. This is the Z or the X stepper motor. So you want it to wrap around that. Oh, not as easy. Wrap it around there and send it back down. Make sure you stay inside of. There's like a little chunk of plastic that looks like it could go between, and you want to make sure it stays in. Then you wrap it around, and then you connect it to this slot in here. So you're going to want to make sure that it's in that slot and all the way to the back of that slot, because it doesn't really want to stay there. So make sure you push it far into that slot as you can. Aw, I was like, what happened? Where did my tensioner go? It fell off. Okay, so around the tensioner, these should technically, I think, be toothed pulleys to prevent it from slipping or to give it more bend resistance or whatever. Need a little bit of tension. This is not as the whole tensioning system. So I think that that's probably good. Yeah, and then you want to make sure it runs straight on both. Because if it starts tracking, yeah, you can kind of see how it starts tracking to the left or the right when I go back and forth. That means it's not super straight. You can put like a wedge in there or something, but I don't know. It's probably not worth it. The other thing I forgot to check was to see if this was square. This should be square. This angle here needs to be square. Because that's where the Z-rod goes through here. And if that's not square, it's going to tension and bind. But I guess I'll cross that bridge. Phew! I thought I built it upside down somehow. Alright, so now this goes all on here. So that is way too tight on that side. So I'm gonna actually have to loosen that to start with. There it goes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is find something that I can set on it that's square. I don't know what I'm gonna do here, because I want to make sure that this is square. And to do that, I need to like kind of set it on here, but I kind of want this to be level. But I don't think that the bed's level, so I don't know that that matters. I don't know what to do here. I feel like I want to fix it. I don't know. Oh. Something smaller than that. Dang. I don't have anything. Now that loose too. Alright, so I want to tighten those up, but I want it to be level. Do that by somehow. Guess this might be pretty square. It's the box the filament came in from my other printer. Definitely not. Actually, I'm gonna do this first. Okay. Oh well. Don't mind me. Just tighten it down. Yeah, so that's definitely loose there. Okay, so that's so quiet though. Alright, so what I was saying is loose is this is smooth, but it's also like loose. So I have to twist the nut. Worse. So basically, what you're looking for is it to not move freely. So you want to be able to spin it a little bit, but not totally so that it can't move. That way your X gantry, see now it doesn't move at all. But it still spins relatively easily. Same with these ones. I feel like I might have this a little too tight. Ouch. fell off. Maybe not. I mean, it's putting grooves in it, so I'm gonna loosen it just a bit. I don't know which way to go. Both of them feel like it's tighter. That was definitely not tight. So this, go loose. A little too loose. A little too loose. Okay, now this one's going to be a lot less. No. These are too loose. I can't really adjust this. Like that. Tight. A little too tight. So what I'm looking for is, I should be able to spin it a little bit with my fingers, but if you let go of the gantry, it's going to want to like push it up, like, so basically it's going to, if you twist it, it'll pull it up, like same with these, so like it'll pull it where it wants to go, but if you hold it, it takes a little bit of effort to like actually spin it. I don't know, it's not an exact science, rather. All right, so 50 minutes in, huh? Now what do I do? I need the Z rod on. I guess I can put it like that. Oh, never thought about that, but that actually might not be. Wow, does that not want to go in? Oh, probably should loosen the actual lock nut. Bigger than that. Smaller than this. Bigger than that. Hello. Hello. There you guys are. Oh. Yes. That's not making me happy. That means it's not going to want to go in there. Well, I guess I'm going to try and use that screwdriver to pry that apart a little bit, because it doesn't seem like it wants to go in. only going like halfway down and it's stopping. Three-quarters of the way. Oh, there it goes. I was like, I panicked for a second. It wasn't going down any further, but it was because I hit the end. Or not this one. What was the first one? Just went in so easy, it felt like it was. So I'm taking that down. So now that that's pretty much where it's going to be. Whoop. Alright, so I'm going to tighten these down. That's where they want to be. This was a pick. Snug them, I guess. Can't quite get it. Alright, so now that's there. Let's... Oh, shoot. Really? Threaded rod pulled out? All right. Yeah, so that looks good. All right, so got that. I guess I jumped ahead of myself a little bit. All right, so threaded rod on. Now this, want 4 of the 5 by 25. This one. Yep, and 5 by 25. Need 4 of those. Need 4 of those. I'm gonna put this end cap on. It doesn't matter. It's exactly the same in both ways. What? I mean, technically, it's not. There are things for the nuts to go through. I'm gonna put that on there, and then put these in there. You're gonna want to tighten this when it's at the top, like when this X carriage or the Z, yeah, the X carriage is at the top of the Z height, I guess, Z max. I think the spool holder is, yeah, the spool holder is the spinny in there nuts, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so there's those 2, and then these 2. I probably should have been streaming. I should have probably connected to the non-Wi-Fi. So if I'm dropping frame, sorry. Didn't want to run a whole big network cable down into the basement to do this. You guys can forgive me. Ooh, I don't like that. It's sticking way over on that backside. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I mean, it's not sticking way over, but it's sticking over more than I care to like. This part is sticking way out, and I don't like it. That's not sticking way out. It's sticking out enough where I can feel it. Yeah, that's still good. This actually works better. I can't do this on my other one. I could lift the whole thing up by that, so I think I still have it incorrectly set up. Alright, so there's that one. Now the spool holder is what they want you to put on next. I do it the other way because I feel like they're a big... So they want you to put it on like this. Like this. Camera. So basically they want to put it on like this, but what that does is limit how much actual roll you can have. So I watched somebody put it on like this, and it just solves that whole problem. I think that the next time I do any kind of prints, so basically I'm putting it on the opposite way of that. But I'm going to get the print that puts it down here, because I think that looks cleaner somewhere. I don't know where that goes. It seems short. But basically, oop, I'm supposed to put these little things on too. Little nubbins in here. I guess it doesn't. Oops. And that one's on. So it looks cleaner anyway. Alright, so then this goes on with 2 of the 5x8. Was that what these were? 5x8, yep. So use 2 of these with 2 of the T-nut. So I guess T-nut on it. One. And a 2. I really want to build my own printer, but a lot of work, and I don't know if I have time for that. I'm going to put it as close to the edge as possible. This doesn't matter. I would tighten it down though, because you don't want your spool falling off. Alright, that's done. Now I want you to plug everything in. I'm just gonna go around and double check. No, I'm not gonna. Alright, so it doesn't tell you to do. I mean, like, I'm not an idiot, so I can, but there's nowhere in here does it tell you to put the actual, I guess, like, I have to extrapolate some stuff. The coupler in your shooter bracket thing. Well, so what I mean is, like, so you get a couple of extra couplers. So these things, they didn't include these little clips before, so they would wiggle back and forth. So I just never used them. But I'm gonna put this on here. They actually sell separate ones, but these actually look pretty decent now. I can change it later if I feel like it isn't quite working. But I don't feel like I have other stuff I want to do to it. I have another Bowden tube for the Capricorn Bowden tube. I can cut and get the right size for that, but I'm gonna just kind of make sure that this is pressed in all the way. Then lock it down and press this one in, but how do I want this? This one isn't as important, but you want to make sure you put this little clip retention clip in there, because it'll this will go in and out when it's printing. Oh, it still actually feels like you can. Definitely can. I'm gonna mark it so we can see it. I have a bunch of extra of these because, like, when you buy them on Amazon, it's like buy one for $4, buy 10 for $4. So I had to buy 10 of them. Have to. Did buy. Where it wants it. That. Alright, so now you just plug in all the extra stuff. So here's your Z end stop, first one. Z end stop. Then you need to locate all of your wire loops. So this thing is going to go with the one that goes up and down. So it's going to be your Z. Other ones. I don't know. So then Y and the Y one are already there. Yes. Here's the really short. Really short. That goes there. Now to do, this is X, which is X is this way, Y is this way, and Z is up toward the ceiling. So I'm gonna go up through the bottom, I guess. Wrap it around. This is just as bad. Oh, it also doesn't have the QR code on it. Like it's a super generic version of it. So I'm wondering how cheaply these were made. Is this the? I'm going through the back. That's what I did on mine anyway. That's ridiculous. Just not enough room in there. I'm like, I don't care that the QR code is there, and there is very little branding, like basically no branding from Creality. There are like some sets on here of, like, you can see it says Creality. I can't read that, it's kind of written. So like they use their Creality stepper motors, but they didn't actually like brand it anywhere as Creality. So it's kind of a weird scenario. And then extruder is going to be this one. You may need to pull it away a little bit. And then your X stepper motor is this one. And that is everything. So all of this stuff I zip tie together, keep it off the edge. I'll plug it in. I think I'm going to definitely need cable management stuff going. We'll just kind of cram it, get it out of the way. Alright, so that, all together. I don't like this. Why does this not stay in there? Screw it. I'm using the zip tie. Stop. Sorry, I'm using a zip tie here to get it to stop falling off, and I kind of want it to like all stay out this way. What's up, buddy? I was all by myself for such a long time, I didn't even notice you said something. Alright. So, I never saw where it said to hook up the thing. It doesn't say where. There's no words. 0 words on this document. I mean, there's back. It says back and then like front. But it doesn't actually say on here anywhere like what to plug it into. Mine is plugged into the far left one, so whatever. Good enough. If it's good enough for me, it's good enough for me. I think it's all plugged in, or all set up. So let's plug her in. Give it. Give it! Sorry. Okay, apparently it was on. The one thing I am going to do is change the firmware on these, because I don't really trust that any of the fail-safes are on. Alright, so let's put this on. Boy, is that loud. The wife is watching a show. I could go stop and then just go play video games, because my wife is in another country. Weird that unbranded still can't get over that. So on the one I have back here, it's just a magnetic bed. So it's like a flexi plate, and I like that a lot, because then I don't have to like mess with these clips. But the surface isn't bad. Right. Oh. So I'm gonna go up a little bit. I'm gonna prepare. Oh, I never tightened those on. Prepare auto home. Wow, is that loud? Well, I'm literally finished, so I'm just going to prepare. Turn off the motors. I'm gonna just run a test print real quick and see. So this is the one I printed from before. I actually printed it again because I used a different. Man, you cannot. There's no like white balance or anything on this. Not printed white. Anyhow, it turned out really, really awesome. One of the better models that I've printed. Oh, that's why, because I didn't zoom. That's that. I don't know. That was on the CR10. It was a pretty long one. Alright, so now I'm going to... that's confusing. Alright, so I want to do... I'm going to level the bed. So leveling the bed, you basically just want to take a sheet of paper. This came with one of my printers. Can't get it. Then you like run it underneath it, and then you tighten these or loosen these depending on how far away you are. Really far away. There. And then you have to keep going around and doing it. Can't even get to this one. Oh. Lower this, because that does not get down low enough. Damn it. So what I'm doing right now is the build plate is a little bit too high, so I need to like get it to a sweet spot, but if I just keep loosening the bed, it doesn't do anything. So it's not getting close enough to it. So I'm trying to home it. Homey. I'm trying to get it to home really close to where the bed is tight, but now it seems like it's going way lower. I guess I did just... No! Alright, I give up on this one. Alright, I gotta go. Sorry about that. My wife called. Alright, so while you were gone, I actually replaced the bed springs with stiffer ones because I didn't like how it was doing it, and then went through and re-leveled the bed. By eye, I've been using the Ender 3 for long enough that I kind of know where it needs to be. I thought I did, but I never went back around through it. You really should heat up the bed anyway to do it, but so just gonna do a quick and dirty leveling. I like to move it with the card underneath it so that if it hits the bed, it doesn't scratch it. Not that it really can scratch this, but it might actually... Actually, I bet you if it hit the bed on this one, it would actually probably be worse. Because it would, it's so abrasive, it would probably take some off of the tip of your nozzle. Or your tip of the nozzle out. Oh, I put the thing back too, because once I put the stiffer springs on it, it didn't need it as much. Alright, so I am going to grab... Get off me. Get on me. Oh. I'm going to grab the SD card and load up the test Benchy. I'm going to do it without... because the one behind me, I use a Z-hop. Because it's got silent stepper motors and everything is quiet on it, so I use that. This does not work for me on any thing. I just throw them out now because I've tried it 3 times and it just doesn't work. So I have to get a normal SD card reader or normal size SD card and then shove it in my laptop. So then I'm going to use Simplifies 3D again to do a Benchy. And then I'm going to let it go. Ender 3. I'm going to do a layer height of 0.24, which is a magic number. 4 top layers, 4 bottom layers, shells, 10% infill, a 7mm away skirt with 5 of them, no supports, temperature, bed temperature, I'm going to set it to 55 and see what that does. And then extruder temperature, I'm going to do 205. So, prepare to print. Say it's going to take an hour and 11 minutes. Yes. Wait. I don't want it to slow down. I'm going to set it to... I'll adjust it. Alright, so I changed the print speed to 50 milliliters per second. Save it to disk, saving to Benchy. It is done. Now I'm gonna insert it. Now it's not upside down. I'm going to give you guys a zoomed version. I'm going to use the stuff that came with it. So you have to init TF card, print from folder, 3D Benchy. preheating. Whoop! Shit! Probably should put some filament in there. Grr. I love how it's twist tied on here. There was 0 desiccant in there, so this is probably the worst filament you could ever buy or use. Plus it's not on a roll, but I don't want to waste their filament. The bed sheet that I've done 1,000 of. I put a knob on here too. I printed out for my other one, but it didn't work, so now it's on here. Getting warm. Yeah, Jeremy, I paused it. Where the? I had to answer the phone. Then let's hope that doesn't cause issues. Don't know how to make this better. Honestly, don't know what to do with this. There should be a clip, giant clip somewhere over here. It's not the one I was talking about. Oh! Okay, now that's on the floor. Didn't need that anyway. Reach that. Oh, it's way over there. Alright, forget it. So right now it's at 55 degrees and heating up to 120 degrees. Getting ready to go out. Go out. And I know I'm gonna set that up real quick. Alright, so file. Hotkey. 3D printer down. 1, 2, side. This one's gonna be a 4. Side 0, 5. Okay. 3 and 4. Camera 1, camera 2. 1, camera 2. It's just the same. It's actually camera 3 technically. Camera 3, camera 3. Alright. I actually think I'm going to save some of this stuff for board games. Anything that's got like the blocky thing. This kind of stuff I'm just going to throw out. These, I guess I can put it all in. There's a bunch of extra stuff, which is kind of nice that you get. It takes 3 minutes. Good timing. Oh. Way too. So right now I'm trying to get the perfect amount of squish. So it's usually just easier for me to like dial it in while I'm going. Might stop this and start over. That was super far away. So the print takes an hour for this little tiny thing. I don't know what these are for. Extra. Uh-oh. What the hell did I not use? These are the yellow springs are the ones I use. They're way stiffer than the yellow ones are super stiff, and these ones are just like basically like a pen spring. It sucks. I really don't know what this was for. Whoops. M4x14P. Needs to way down. There. Wow. That was a lot of text. Oh, no. Honestly, you're going out tonight. I was thinking about it. I'm just hungry, so I'm gonna go get dinner, but it's no fun to just sit at a bar by yourself, so I might just... Oh! Apparently I did not ziplock that, container. Try and find a whole bunch of screws on the floor. That's awesome. Ow. I have my headphones on because I need music, something to listen to. Play it. Yep, I I guess I'm gonna just be finding screws for the next couple of years. The vacuum will find it. I need to figure out what I did with these screws. Yeah, this is way louder. I don't know if you can hear it on the stream or not, but it's way louder than the one behind me because it's got the normal board in it. The original board that comes with it, they don't need to. That's 18. That's 4x14. Nope, nope. Nope. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the tutorials on 3D printing so much. It's just kind of screwing around like this. I have another one to put together still. I would like to do that, but this setup is super easy. Or not easy, but it was like fun for me. So I might keep doing it. It was kind of a fun thing. I brought my good microphone out here now. It's still a little too far away from me, but oh, you can see it. I bumped into it. Who knows? When you get one, I'll have to teach you. There's a bunch of people online that are already doing that kind of stuff, and I think that they're doing a really good job. So maybe I'll try and fill a gap if I find it. But who knows? Are you gonna be around later? Or you got family time? Cool. I'll probably go get dinner and then come back and stream the very last one. The last one I've never done before. It's a Core XY, so it's different. It's like if you take this and then just move the build platform down, and then the head moves back and forth. It's actually really cool. I'm looking forward to doing like time lapses with it. So I think that'd be kind of neat. It's the same brand, so it's Creality's. They call it the Ender 5. So this is the Ender 3, and the other one was a CR10. It was like their precursor. It's I would say that the 10 is a regret buy, only because there was I wanted that form factor, and I had my eye on the CR10s, but the CR10 was expensive, and then I forgot that Artillery made the Sidewinder X1 or whatever it is, and I would have rather bought that for roughly the same price, and it was just way better. Already had quieter stepper motors, or not stepper motors, but stepper motor drivers. So I wish I'd have just done that instead. But there's not. I can't complain. This is still. I think that these are my favorite machine. That's why I bought another one of the exact same thing. This one, I'm not sure if I'm gonna just try and leave it stock so I have a comparison one. But I think that there are a few things I'd like to do, and then kind of moving forward, try and. Because I bought a board online, another replacement board, and the board itself is the replacement board it was back ordered. It had the 2209 stepper drivers, which are like a little bit more powerful and silent. They have Stealth Chop and Stealth Chop 2 or whatever the other thing is. So I bought that board, but it was then immediately put on back order, so I didn't end up, it never got ordered, but I still want it. I have in the, in my other one, I bought the Creality's silent board, and that was awesome until I started switching between PETG and PLA, because the PETG required such a higher temperature to print, and my stepper motor was, my extruder motor, stepper motor started to skip, and so I had to keep raising the temperature, and then I think I raised the temperature to, I raised the temperature to a, too high of a temperature for the PTFE tubing, the stuff, and then it started to like wear it down. So I'm not super, so I really wanted to make separate printers for separate materials, so I can have one printer that prints always at a certain temperature, and then make sure I have like an all metal hot end. The thing down here is metal, and the PTFE tube doesn't go all the way down to like here, and then kind of work from there. There are other things that improve print quality that you can do. I like to change the fan shroud. I found one, you can't really see it on there, but it's a lot smaller, so you can, like, you can see like this, it goes in further, so like otherwise it's like right here. I don't know, it's hard to say, but you can see it. So right now I can't see it printing at all. It's kind of a pain. Whoops. There's a lot of layer lines on this. It doesn't look very good. Again, though, that could be this filament is terrible. Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream here. Let me know in the comments if you care. Again, I'll probably be moving this to a polygons analysis, just because this is my gaming channel and I don't really care to have extra stuff on here. But alrighty, take it easy. Wait, that's Direwolf's thing. Get it in all three.